Hello, my name is Jared Hudgens. This is my third session in the KSPR program. Really loving it so far. It's a lot of hard work, but it's been really good. I'm learning a lot. Originally, I'm from West Texas, out in Midland, Texas, and spent a lot of my childhood there and in a smaller town right not too far away from it, Big Spring. But for the last decade or so, I've been living in Waxahachie. And in the Waxahachie area, I've worked and I'm currently working at Southwestern Assemblies of God University. And I spent a couple of years coaching at a high school here as well in the local area. In my spare time, I love jiu-jitsu. I got into jiu-jitsu about 3 years ago, and it's changed my life. It's been a really great hobby that I've picked up. And on top of just being dad and husband, I got 2 daughters that keep me on my toes, and then my wife who lets me know when I get out of line. So I like to spend as much spare time with them as I can, especially being a football coach in this season. The jiu-jitsu's had to take a break so I could still be dad and husband. But immediate career goal is just to be better at what I'm doing. I'm the defensive coordinator, and I handle a lot of the strength conditioning with the team, and just trying to help those guys, our athletes, as best as we can, and give them the proper programming, the proper knowledge, educate them so that they can take care of themselves eventually. Ultimate career goal, just coach as long as I can. This is my calling. I love it. And I'll do it as long as the Lord lets me to, wherever he tells me to. Perhaps I can become a professor down the road. That's kind of been something of interest as of late. And then one day maybe training tactical athletes specifically, and as well as jiu-jitsu practitioners. That's kind of becoming a niche thing in training for a martial art like that. So that's kind of leading me into my topic of study, energy systems in football, positionally, kind of what each position needs as far as the proper training and those things. Is when it comes to the energy systems, is there any difference? What's best for a lineman may not be what's best for a defensive back, and thus, but and as well as jiu-jitsu. A lot of my friends that I've come to make through jiu-jitsu, they want to know how to train as well. So if I can help them, I'd love to do that. And it benefits me because it makes me a better coach, and that's really it. I mean, that's why I'm in this program, to get better, to learn, to grow. And then Matthew 17:27 is a verse. I wouldn't say it's my favorite verse, but it's a verse lately that's kind of stuck with me through a Bible study that we did, and it just popped at me in a new way. It's Peter's asked Jesus about this temple tax and how to handle it, and Jesus, basically just tells him to go fishing. Look in the fish's mouth, and you'll find what you need to pay the taxes for you and me. We'll be good. And, it just struck me because it was so out of the blue. I know Peter was a fisherman, but at the same time, Peter went and did what Jesus told him to and got the miracle he was needing. But how many times do I want in my own life the miracle without putting forth the proper work? Sometimes we can get a little entitled, or things start creeping in our lives where we just want the miracle instead of doing a little bit of work and let God do the miracle through the work. So that's kind of been sticking on my heart lately. Looking forward to this session.